Hello everybody, my name is Fraser and welcome back to another video and welcome back to this terrible, awful world in which we dissect a lot of things that happen in the social media space, and in today's video I want to talk about one of my favourite failed science experiments, which is the Ace family.
Hey Ace family! Hey Ace family!
Hey Ace family! Hey Ace family! Hey Ace family! Hey Ace family! Hey Ace family! Hey Ace family! Hey Ace family! Hey Ace family!
Yes, the Ace family, a group collective of content creators such as Austin McBroom, our favourite YouTube boxer, Paiz, our favourite cosmetic person, and also their children, and also a few other content creators who are featured here and there. Welcome to the Ace family.
Rise and shine, sleepyhead. It's time for supper.
Now, these people are some of the most well-documented family members on this planet, and yes, you know, we've had the Kardashians, and we've even had the iCarly family, but now we've got the Ace family. It's kind of clear something went wrong down this timeline, and today I kind of hope to fix this timeline and kind of rectify all of our sins. Now, personally, I'm somebody that actually isn't a connoisseur of having not much of a life. I personally don't get invited to many parties, and I like to sit on my ass on the internet for quite a lot of my life. So, naturally so, I kind of have an understanding of who the Ace family are and what they get up to. But for somebody that, well, how do I say it? Has a life, they probably wouldn't realise that the Ace family are, well, have a little bit of a sinister thing behind them. However you describe it, my English isn't coming out correctly right now. Basically what I'm saying is, the Ace family at face value are, you know, a fun, quirky family channel known for its cute, quirky family videos, where it's just a family having good times. But then when you go slightly down the rabbit hole, and by rabbit hole I mean one Google search, you discover that there is more to this family
than meets the eye.
Like, I understand that reference doesn't actually make any sense in this video and probably isn't actually that funny, but personally I just wanted to reference Transformers 2007 because it is one of the best films ever made. Yeah, there's nothing more I can say other than that. Please just let me have this one reference, please. I promise I won't do any more for this whole video. I promise. I'll make you a deal. If you subscribe right now, please, because some people have been unsubbed recently, and turn notifications on and like this video, I won't do any more pop culture references for the rest of the video. I promise. But yeah, from inappropriate actions on camera to allegations of exploiting children for views on YouTube to an insane amount of lawsuits, an insane amount of lawsuits, to the point of where you're wondering, what's going on here? And then there's other stuff in the general sheer nature of the Ace family's content which I have a problem with. But yeah, just it's fair to say that there is a lot going on here. And today we're going to go through every single thing, because I understand that with the Ace family, there's something every single week, and I kind of want to condense it into one big old video. And it's going to start off with my problems with the nature of their content, which I believe to be slightly exploitative. Exploitative. I don't know which one it is.
For you I would do anything. Whoa, for you anything. Go, whatever you need, as long as you're mine. Whatever you want for the rest of your life. Whatever you like, whatever you like. Whatever you need, you're one of a kind. Whatever you want, girl, I'm never to ride. Whatever you like, whatever you like.
Now, on face value, this channel really doesn't have much harm. You know, it's a bunch of rich people recording their rich life in their rich mansion with their rich cars and their rich money and their rich everything, you know. And I'm not jealous. I'm not actually jealous, guys. They have really nice cars and big houses, and it's great, you know, and it's easy for people to consume, because people like to see things that they don't personally have. I understand it, because I probably do it too when I'm wishing that I'm this bloke. You know, we all have our desires in this world. But yeah, as I said, they own a lot of things. They own a lot of cars, a lot of vehicles in general, which also include jet skis. And I'm sure you've seen this before, but I think it's a little bit of a testament to Austin McBroom, though, who I would consider to be the leader of this channel's character.
Austin! What's going through your head? Oh my god, I can't.
Hey Ace family! What's going on, everybody?
Now, this allegedly actually ended up causing mudslides in the community for the people that lived around them. You know, they're in their big lovely mansion, and then all the mud's just coming down onto people's property, allegedly. There's a lot of articles. This was a big thing a couple years ago, but I really think it summarizes the Ace family and how they act in general, and how they kind of think they're above everybody.
Hey, Ace family! What's going on, everybody?
Now, this obviously it's not good. It's not good. It's not the end of the world, you know. But I think personally, when you've done something bad, you know, you own up. You say, all right, I've been a little bit of a dick. I may need to pay my taxes. That's a story for another day. But today I've been a bit of a bellend, and I'm going to put my hands up. Well, they didn't do that here. The response was something which I like to see as fairly beautiful. It's really bad, basically. It sucks. Smile, 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 smile. What's happening? Oh, nothing. People just love to see happy people minding their own business, living their life and staying in their own lane. So I'm just smiling at them. You know who isn't happy? The people who have mudslides going down their house right now. That's a pretty inconvenient thing. Now, obviously, this isn't the end of the world, but I just thought it would be a good starting example of the Ace family and their character. I need to stop saying character. I sound like Brendan Rodgers, and I also realised that nobody will get that reference. I said I'd stop doing pop culture references. I haven't stopped. I'm never going to stop. Sorry, I lied to you all. But when it comes to the rest of the actual content, minus the jet skis, I've always felt pretty uncomfortable when it comes to family channels, as the primary nature of the content is naturally based around the children. And whilst I don't think there is really any intended harm for the most part, I do think in general shoving a camera in a child's face constantly every single day, like, one thing happens, you gotta get the camera, you know, oh, you're doing one thing, I've got to record this, it'll probably get a little bit much for the kid, you know, when somebody's going up to you like, oh, smile for the camera, daddy's gotta get some monetization. It's going to get a little bit much, you know, it's going to get a little bit difficult for a kid, especially a kid who's growing up, you know. They're not really going to know much different other than YouTube ad revenue and what pops off on the internet, and I think that's genuinely quite dangerous for a young person's brain. Now, I'm not a child, but I do have a computer science degree, and I have studied the psychology of computer science and how social media works in general, and to be honest, you don't really need to go further than a Google search to realise that social media is bad for our brains, and I feel like when you're kind of indoctrinating your own daughter this much into social media, well, that's a little bit dangerous, especially given the fact that these parents are clearly willing to do absolutely anything to record their children's next funny goof and gaff. And now for this godforsaken platform, we do like to do this thing of where we like to get views, you know? We like to do the things that our audiences like for more views on this platform, because views leads to growth, growth leads to more money in general. It's just how it works, and if somebody says different, they're probably lying to you. I'm just gonna say it how it is. I sound also now like a right-winger. Basically, I believe that in that mindset when you're running a family channel, that runs the risk of putting your children at risk to get some form of crazy content, and that's only really been proven after they uploaded a video where their child got bitten by a dog and they immediately pulled out the camera and put it on the internet.
He has a little scratch on his cheek. We can't see it right now, but I'll show you a picture. I guess this is what it's like having a baby and a puppy at the same time.
Hey guys, so now that Steel is up, we can talk about what happened earlier. So basically, as you guys know, when you have a puppy, they tend to like nibble on you and bite your clothes, bite your legs, bite your feet. So Steel was a little too close, just a tiny little bit too close, and I saw it happen right in front of me.
He was playing.
He just
Ace was
like
playing with him.
Now, I've referenced this before, but I just genuinely can't get over that their dog bit their daughter. And, you know, fair enough, it probably wasn't a big bite, you know, but either way, it's a baby, and the first thing they thought to do was get the camera out, let's pose for a photo, and then let's get that clickbait title in. Our new dog bit our baby. Scary moment. You know, I actually needed that in a title because I wouldn't have been able to realize that a dog biting a child is scary. So thank you very much for putting that in there. Guys, this is a subscribe moment. You meant to subscribe now. Sorry. Please actually do though. mean a lot to me. But what I'm trying to say here, man, is regardless of what they're putting on their channel, I do always think when you're running a family channel, there is always going to be the risk that you are going to do absolutely anything to get the higher views. And the main driving force of the content on the channel being the children, I think that that could lead to some risky videos, which it clearly has here. Now, obviously, this is probably an incident that they couldn't exactly stop, and they thought, well, we're a family channel, let's document this sad thing that happened. But personally, I am a little bit uncomfortable that the first thing they thought to do was take a photo the moment their kid was bit. I mean, in the photo, I'm kind of going to blur it just because I feel a bit uncomfortable showing it, but you can see that the kid visibly has a cut on their face. Like, it's just a bit mental that that was the first thing they thought to do, and that kind of shows how warped these people are from normal reality. But also, I do just want to say that I've just realized when editing this video that they named their dog Ace. The Ace family called their dog Ace, and I don't know why this is so funny to me, but I don't know. Is it? Why is this funny? It's funny. God, I'm having a mental breakdown. I also realized that they've turned the comments off on this video, so they also probably realized, oh yeah, people are kind of going to be mad at us for putting our child being bit on the internet. Yeah, they named their dog Ace. Ace. I hate the internet, so I love it. I love it, but back into it. And there is also some other stuff that I'm sure you've seen from 2019 where Austin basically uploaded a Snapchat story of him buying his young niece a lolly, which was the shape of a certain body part, you know, and this niece was very young, and he put it on his Snapchat story being like, oh, this is our little secret. And I'm not going to play the whole thing.
Show Catherine what you have in your hand. Show Catherine. Show her. She said it's a lollipop. Are you really making me buy this lollipop right now? Do you really want it? Yeah. Oh, God. It's gonna be 7. Please, bro, put that in a bag right now. Keep that in the bag forever. Do not show that to anybody, okay? Okay. That's your little secret. Guys, I'm in so much trouble. But she said she was going to steal it if I didn't buy it, so...
I don't really want it fully in the video. It's a very disturbing clip, and there are some headlines on the screen right now which you can see to prove this actually happened. But again, it shows how warped these people are. They're willing to do absolutely anything just to get a funny moment, even on a Snapchat story. It's actually kind of mental that I mean, I don't understand how anybody can get in the mindset where they think this is a good idea to put on their story, but... yeah, it's not a good look for Austin McBroom. And to be honest with you, Austin is the main criminal here. I actually don't have much of a problem with Catherine. Like, yeah, her response to the video I mentioned before was pretty trash, but based on all the research I've done, she doesn't actually seem like that bad of a person. I mean, maybe some people are going to get really mad at me for not saying somebody is the spawn of Satan, but I don't personally think she is. But when it comes to Austin... well, then it gets a little bit weird and a little bit, I don't know, I guess you could say problematic. I hate that word so much, but apparently I guess it could be considered that. Especially with some of the more, I mean, on the lower side of the examples here, there was a video of where he drives into his daughter's school, basically just trying to impress his young daughter's friends that he has a Lamborghini. So in short, he just wanted to drive to a primary school to flex. This guy's about 30, by the way.
All right, Elle, you're not going in the pink car today. You're going in the Lambo. Is that okay?
Your Uber's here. Are you ready?
No, you're not an Uber.
It's one of those days. Daddy decides, you know, I'm going to take Elle to school in the Lambo. I've always wanted to do that. It's one of my dreams. She's 5 now, turning 6 in May. You know, things are changing around here. Oh, good thing school is like a minute away.
personally for me, when I was growing up, my dreams and aspirations were to be a bin man or an astronaut, not to drive a Lamborghini down into my future son or daughter's school and be like, hey, 7-year-olds, do you like my car? This car which I just drove 30 seconds down the road, it goes 1 to 7 million horsepower in 20,000 seconds. You know, I actually think there's a bit of a weird aspiration to have. Your aspiration in life was to flex on children. Have you not grown up? Like, are you still a little toddler? Because maybe when you were a kid, I could get it. But like, bro, you're like 30 years old. Or 29. Basically the same thing. Apologies to all the midlife crises that I just caused. I just think that this guy really does just need to grow up.
What are your friends gonna say when you pull up in a Lambo at school?
They're gonna be playing.
Oh, they're gonna be playing? So they're not gonna be paying attention to you? No?
They won't see the Lambo. They will just hear the Lambo.
Oh, okay, smarty pants.
I mean, you know it's bad when the daughter genuinely does not care. Like, she could not care any less. But it's like, bro, why are you so desperate to impress your young daughter's school friends? Like, bro, just, I mean, go down to the bar or something. Like, go impress maybe some adults. Like, hey, I'd be a little bit impressed if somebody I knew owned a Lamborghini, but I wouldn't then say, hey, you know what? You know what would be really cool if you drove it down to the local primary school and said, hey, kids, look at my Lamborghini. Isn't that sick? You kind of would look like a bit of a man-child at that point. And it's just genuinely sad to me that his channel is a mix of getting his children's worst moments on camera whilst also flexing in front of his children. I mean, it's just embarrassing. Like, there's no crime which has actually been committed here. We'll actually get into that in the future of the lawsuit parts. But it more just comes from an embarrassment standpoint, and I keep saying it. As a 24, almost 25-year-old man, I see this and I think, Jesus Christ, like, you're a multi-millionaire and you're in that mindset. I mean, I guess this really does summarize how much we do need to tax the rich, because it really shows that rich people have nothing going on in their lives. Like, guys, I think we need to start implementing 90% tax rates on millionaires. Not just billionaires, but millionaires, because they seem to just have nothing going on.
Oh, look at the kids. Look at your friends. Oh my gosh. What are you gonna tell them? You should say you got dropped off in an Uber. You gonna say that? Yeah. Yeah. I love you. Got your back. Look at your friend over there. Your friend over there is looking at you.
This man made an entire video, a 29-year-old man made an entire video begging his daughter to tell her friends that his dad has a Lamborghini. I just, this whole video is weird, and even the Ace family fan base, and they have quite a dedicated fan base, but even some of those guys went in the comment section, which made basically like, hey, this is kind of weird. It's like, bro, why is this an actual video? Because when I say this is basically the entire video, well, this is the entire video. So yeah, I'm not really going to say more around the content involving kids other than, you know, I have a problem with it mainly because I fear that there is a risk of it could easily mess the kids' brains up to be on social media and put on camera every single day of their lives at that young of an age. But moving away from that sort of thing and the content that they make, Austin in general does have some pretty strange mentalities. I was doing some digging and I found this video which is a year or so old now, and it's basically where Catherine was doing a prank on Austin of where she was wearing a fairly revealing outfit, and it kind of shows Austin going into this kind of, not fit of rage, but he clearly gets really upset, and I think it's, again, another summary of this dude's character, but also it's just extremely awkward to watch. I feel like this should have been cut up, and I'm so confused to why it's just on the channel, because for the most part, it's just awkward silence, and then Austin getting mad that his wife is wearing clothes.
You are not wearing that out.
Why?
Baby, you can't wear that out.
Why?
I'm not letting you wear that out, my love. I don't want nobody getting the wrong idea.
Well, I want to wear it.
lot of creepers in the world.
Well, I'm wearing it. I want to. There's nothing wrong with it. It's a costume. It's freaking Halloween. It's October. I never wear costumes, so why can't I wear this? I like it. I'm gonna wear it. I wore shorts.
I see that.
Yeah.
I mean, you wouldn't go naked under there, would you?
I was, but then I put the shorts on because I felt more comfortable. So.
Wait. Alright. What's going on for real? What you trying to get sexy for me or what?
Austin, I'm just freaking wearing a costume.
Alright, when are you supposed to leave?
In like 20 minutes now.
Alright, I gotta go check on the girls. You change.
I'm not changing.
What?
I'm gonna wear this. There's nothing wrong with this. This is nice.
Yeah. A little too nice. Don't you
I
think?
like this. This is nice. I'm wearing it.
Baby. Your cheeks
I'm wearing
are out for everyone to see.
It's fine. No cheeks are showing. My shorts are.
Alright, let me just walk around like this then.
Like how? What?
Let me just walk around like this. Yeah? You like that?
But that's not the same.
Yeah.
It's not the same.
That's the same.
Well, I'm gonna wear this because I freaking went to get this outfit for tonight, and I like it, and it's cute, and it's Halloween.
My love, you might go to jail for wearing that.
No.
Yes, if someone sees you out
What's
like that.
showing? I'm wearing a sweater,
What's showing?
knee highs, heels, and
Them cheeks are showing.
I'm not showing anything. They're
You
not
better-
very shorts.
How about you just wear some leggings and you can go ahead and giddy up.
No, because that defeats the point of the outfit.
Baby.
Alright, I'm wearing this, and yeah, that's it.
Alright, so I'll be back up here in 10 minutes. You change and then show me the new.
Now, firstly, I would just like to apologise for playing a very long clip from the Ace family. I understand that that was more painful for you than it was for me, but there was this comment which I saw going around about the Ace family saying, I would hate to see what it's like behind closed doors if this is what it's like on camera. And I think that's a really good comment, because to be able to upload this onto the internet, I feel like you need to have some level of balls, because it's such a painfully awkward thing to listen to, let alone upload onto a channel which I believe has around 10 million subscribers. I mean, that's absolutely balmy. I mean, you can see in this video that it does seem very controlling, and the fact is, he basically said that she should wear something else because there are creeps in the world. And to be honest with you, when I hear people say that, it just doesn't sit right with me. I mean, for one, it's a very victim-blaming sort of phrase, which I see a lot of people use on Twitter, where they blame people for what they wear rather than actually blaming the horrible people in this world for the crimes that they commit. I just hate that mentality so much. And again, it is a great summary of Austin McBroom's character. And I know fully well that a lot of the Ace family fan base are now going to come into my comment section and be like, oh, but it's just a prank, bro. It's just a little bit of a prank. And like, yeah, I thought so too. I thought like, yeah, maybe this is a skit to kind of make the whole audience feel awkward. But no, she actually confirms in the video that this isn't a prank and she actually wants to wear this.
I'm gonna go downstairs and tell him that it's not a prank. I'm actually wearing this, because I am. I'm wearing it.
Why are you still wearing school clothes?
I was literally just gonna go downstairs, so I'm not technically pranking you because I'm actually wearing the outfit.
Says who?
Says me.
No. So what's going on?
I'm wearing this. Like I told you, I'm actually wearing this.
You look absolutely amazing. Sexy as hell, bro. That out in public? Really?
Oh my god, I'm so hot.
Really?
Oh, I'm sweating.
You really want to wear that?
Yes, I like it. I think it's cute. Ace family. What do you guys think?
Ace family was a part of this?
Yes.
They wouldn't approve you wearing that out. I know the Ace family. They would say that.
No, they would. 100%. You guys would definitely approve of this because it's not bad. It's literally a skirt.
Baby, that is a lot. For someone to see you like that, they seen a lot.
All right, so you'd rather me change?
Please. I love it, but not for everyone else to love it. Okay? I love you.
Is it because like when I walk you can see something, or is it because...
You can see everything.
I mean, we're gonna post a video and then people are gonna see me like this anyways, so what's the difference between them seeing me on camera versus them seeing me in person?
How dare you?
So I will definitely be wearing this Harry Potter outfit. Thank you very much.
So I just can't win.
No.
Well, looks like this video isn't going up either. So.
No, it is. I'm editing it. I'm editing this video.
Alright, let me go change my outfit.
Alright, alright.
Like.
Alright, you change your outfit.
See what I'm looking like, alright? Alright, bro, I'll change.
Alright guys, so I will not be changing.
Wait, no! What do you mean? This is just for the video, right?
No, I'm not changing. I'm actually wearing it. I decided I actually really like it. I think it's cute.
You want to go viral.
I want to wear this. It's Halloween.
I get that. I know. We gotta be in Halloween spirit, but you gotta do it the right way.
Look, personally, I genuinely don't understand how insecure of a person you have to be to get upset at what somebody is wearing. I mean, to be honest, it's not even that revealing. It's a Halloween costume, man. Like, Jesus Christ. And it's such an unbelievable representation of this dude's insecurity. From getting upset at Catherine for wearing a Halloween costume to flexing a Lamborghini on children. It's just very embarrassing. And the fact that they are willing to upload this onto YouTube because they know it will get millions of views is just so unbelievably shameless. But embarrassment plays a big part in Austin's career and just the Ace family in general, because as I mentioned earlier, there are a large amount of lawsuits facing these people for some, I mean, I guess interesting things. Now, I don't want to go into legal specifics here. I'm not Matt Murdock, but I do just kind of want to show you these headlines and just kind of laugh at them, because some of them are just, I mean, you just see them and you think, how was this a good idea? All the fallout from family YouTuber Austin McBroom's disastrous influencer boxing event. Ah yes, influencer boxing, that thing which was popular a couple years ago and some people are still trying to make popular to this day because, I mean, I guess we've all got nothing to do, you know? I guess we're all kind of bored and maybe a YouTuber punching another YouTuber, it is slightly entertaining, and Austin McBroom seemingly hosted his own event, which naturally so turned out to be a little bit of a disaster.
Hold on. Sit down, just sit down.
Sit your high water pants down. Sit your high water pants down.
Ever step up on me like that again, just watch.
All right, hold on. Why do you think? Because...
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's going down!
YouTuber Austin McBroom is facing legal pressure from multiple angles a month and a half after his influencer boxing event Social Gloves Battle of the Platforms. And you know, I think the slight twist to the Battle of the Platforms was the reason they're actually fighting for their platforms is because most of them are now going bankrupt. The event did not produce the number of pay-per-view purchases McBroom, who is known for the Ace Family YouTube vlog channel, had anticipated. In the end, the event only sold 136 subscriptions for packages starting at $49.99 and going up to $89.99. I just have to ask, who is mentally ill enough to buy these packages? Like, bro, what is going on in this world? 136,000 people paid to watch Deji fight another YouTuber. I mean... We're really lost, guys. We are so unbelievably lost.
You idiot. You're honestly an idiot.
The event's total profits ended up being significantly lower than the production team's goal of 200 million to 500 million. In context, I mean, they made 67 million, but it's obviously not what they projected. And I've just got to ask here, people. I've just got to ask, what company thought it was a good idea to say, oh yeah, Comedy Shorts Gamer might make us 500 mil in a night? It's just... I feel like I should be a millionaire because if there's somebody out there genuinely working as some accountant that projected 500 mil on a Comedy Shorts Gamer headline fight, I mean, I feel like I can do everything. This is big inspiration, people. I think we can all do things magnificent and significant. I mean, if I'm going to be fully honest, I'm genuinely quite shocked that this event actually made more than $5. But yeah, apparently the media company who Austin partnered with are now seeking $100 million in damages. And also other fighters seem to have allegedly said that Austin didn't apparently pay them or didn't pay anyone in general. I'm not sure on the specifics and this is alleged, but it does seem that there is a lot of suspicious, sussy business ventures going on involving the McBroom family or the Ace family. I think McBroom family rolls off the tongue better, but yeah, it's quite sus. And also, Catherine seems to be involved in some sus things as well, such as a civil lawsuit alleges that Catherine McBroom tried to stage a coup on a cosmetics company. Look, I don't even know what that means, but it sounds like some Game of Thrones shit, and I mean, what is going on with this family? It's the big sus rabbit hole. That's what I describe the Ace family as. And yeah, apparently she's also being sued for damages as well. And things in general aren't looking good for the Ace family. Not only do they create questionable content.
Hey, Ace family! Welcome back to our channel, guys.
What's going on, everybody? Ooh, look at my hair.
No.
Good thing I don't have to. No, I'm gonna say it. Good thing I don't have to be on camera today.
Okay.
God.
Okay.
My hair looks fucked up. I would not film like this. So just go.
Okay. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Hey, Ace family! Welcome back to our channel, guys.
What's going on, Ooh, look at my hair. Good thing I'm not gonna be on camera today. All right, baby. I am so confused right now.
But they also make questionable business deals, which seemingly has all kind of concluded in a big event recently, which I'm sure some of you have seen in a lot of T channels, drama channels, whatever you want to call them, of where apparently the Ace family have had a lot of drama with their house where they're seemingly losing it and seemingly in a lot of problems, which has actually led to them uploading an hour-long YouTube video. And that is what we're going to get into in this part of the video, because I mean at this point it's not really anything like I mean there are some criminal things here, there are some very suspicious things, but to me personally this whole thing, this whole Ace family brand is just a mess, and I just can't help but laugh at it. And so many people are being like, oh no man, I feel so bad for them. Why? They're millionaires, guys. I'm like, all right, sure, that might be a bit sad, but I mean, a little bit of $1 million there and $1 million there to wipe the tears. They'll be fine. They'll be fine. They'll be fine, guys. Is that insensitive? Probably, but who cares? So yeah, the gist of the situation is basically July this year, a report came out suggesting that the Ace family were apparently going to have their $10 million mansion taken away from them because apparently they stopped making mortgage payments. And I'll be perfectly real here, when I first heard about this situation, I did think to myself, YouTube drama, mortgage payments, it kind of just seems like a slow day at the office, pretty much. But as I said, it was made a little bit more weird when the Ace family decided to drop an hour-long video about this situation, and that's a little bit sus, because usually the Ace family, they don't speak about anything involving them, particularly in detail on their main channel. They may make a tweet every now and again, an Instagram story every now and again, but on the main channel, they like to keep things, well, just how it usually is on the channel. Quirky content with their children about where their kid was bitten by a dog. That's what they like to do on the Ace family channel. So this video, it kind of, you know, it kind of knocked me off my guard. I was a little bit surprised because, for one, there have been lots of allegations towards the Ace family that Austin, for example, has cheated on his wife, Catherine, and they never spoke about that. So they're going to speak about their mortgage, which was just, I don't know, a little bit of a weird topic to particularly make a video about. And you know, I decided to do a little bit of research, and I found out that a lot of people were speaking about this, and yeah, based on what these channels speaking about this had to say, it definitely seemed a little bit sus.
The Ace family continue to lie, and they act like they're not going to be caught. But as you guys know, we've been on their case, and no matter what they say, the truth will prevail.
All right, Captain America. Sorry, that was really rude. I don't know what came over me. This is Slogan, I believe his name is. He does very good work on these topics, and this was the first video I saw about this situation, and it definitely did pique my interest. And after doing a little bit of research and a little bit of studying into the situation, I kind of realized that, yeah, this whole thing isn't what it was presented to be as on the Ace Family channel. I mean, after everything, it's not really a shock, but yeah, I want to go through this and kind of show you the madness of this video.
We're here to educate you guys as well on the mistakes that we've made, because I feel like we're not here to play the victim by no means. And her and I talked about this before. I know she wants to go in detail about, you know, a lot of stuff, but we always balance each other out, and I'm always the one to, you know, I don't like talking about everything that goes in our life. As you guys know, we're never here to talk about, to address all the drama, our relationship, just everything that we go through. We're not those type of people.
Oh yeah, by that he means all the stuff we've spoken about today, and also those multiple cheating allegations. It's quite a lot. But now moving away from Austin and going on to Catherine, she actually does start this video in a pretty good way. She kind of makes Austin stop speaking. Thankfully, somebody had to. And she said, well, actually, the people speaking about this subject, they don't actually know everything. And they're not haters. They're just people who are basically interested in speaking about it. And I thought, well, you know what? That's a very lovely thing to say, Catherine. I'm definitely not a hater.
Just one thing about what he said. So when he mentioned about people like taking a story and then making it what they think it is or what they want it to be, I will say that it's not always haters. It's not always like, a lot of times, most of the time, people just don't know. They just don't know, and they're asking us questions and they want to know and they want to know. But the thing is, the truth is that sometimes we can't just like make a video about something because we don't even know how to go about it, because we're still trying to figure it out.
Yeah, and we don't even really know.
Yeah, we don't even really know. So why are we going to address something or talk about something when we don't really know what's going on?
Now, this is genuinely fair because, again, I'm going to be real. When I saw the situation, I did think, wow, are we really talking about mortgage payments not being made? Like, guys, there's some bigger things going on right now, you know? But yeah, I saw this and I thought, you know what? This doesn't seem like my lane. I'm not really going to talk about this much. I did a little thing here and there on my second channel, kind of laughing at it, but going serious about it when I first saw this, I thought, you know what? This is stupid. But as I've kind of seen in the last week, I was completely and utterly wrong. This situation, it just gets weird.
We had already been planning on building our house. So what happened was Austin found this lot that we both fell in love with.
I think they know too, because we were filming.
We filmed everything.
From our backyard. We had that crazy view like we do now, and that view, you were able to see those houses being built, and that's how I discovered those homes. So I went over there on my little dirt bike. As you know, we were riding those dirt bikes, the Rat Gang. And I pretty much asked the builder when I was there, I was like, hey, I see those are two homes. What are you doing with the lot? Is it possible to join the house and make it one house? Because for me, I was like, this should definitely be just one big house on this hill. And he was like, well, we're getting ready to build 3 houses up here, make it like a mini cul-de-sac. But let me get back to you in a week or two and let you know if it's possible to make it one home. Mm-hmm. So then he got back to us and said it was possible.
Yeah, so I fell in love with the land. I love the view. And I think like, maybe desperate isn't the right word, but I was like kind of desperate to just find a house that I can like live in, raise my family, and also do what we do for a living. And that's be on YouTube and create content for you guys and entertain you guys.
Real quick, sorry to cut you off. What's going on? Another big point was we're going to move into a gated community, or we were going to find a property to be able to be isolated away from everyone else. Mm-hmm. And so the house that we live in now, that property we found, was a property that we were very excited and happy about, that we found it in that time frame because it was super private. Yeah. And we were away from everybody, because our number one thing was we needed privacy.
And we thought like, this is meant to be. Okay, now I'm just gonna go right into it, right? Because now I explain like how we even got to this house situation, right? It's 2 houses, combine them. And it took us about a year to like finish. Like, it was a lot of building and stuff. Okay. The contractor who was on site, who created the relationship with Austin, who got Austin to basically be interested in the house, right? The guy who was there every day, he was not a licensed contractor and he was using someone else's contracting license, and we were unaware of it for 2 years.
Now you do just have to ask the very basic question of how are you spending $10 million on a mansion and not looking at a license to the guy that you are buying the mansion from? That just seems, well, it seems a little bit, it seems like, well, excuse my French, but bullshit. It doesn't seem like a normal thing anybody would do. And, you know, this isn't my business, as I said earlier, and anybody in this world can get scammed. But I do have to say, people, it definitely isn't as they are presenting it to be. For example, Catherine goes on in this video to actually say that she was never given a certificate of occupancy for owning the property. So let's just look at what Catherine had to say about this.
But the thing is, we learn now from other realtors and other people in the industry, you do not buy a house unless you have the certificate of occupancy.
Explain what that even is.
Okay, so a certificate of occupancy is something that you get. It's a piece of paper that you get from the city that says that they have looked everything over in the house and signed off on everything.
For you to even live in the house.
So that's plumbing, that's pool, that's
power,
everything. Like even the stairs, if they're safe, the walls, everything has to be signed off in order to get their certificate of occupancy. We never got it. We still do not have it. We never got a certificate of occupancy. We are not legally able to be occupants in our home that we've been paying for, that we purchased for almost 3 years. We have never had a certificate of occupancy.
Now, this is one of the main reasons people are mad at these guys, because I wouldn't necessarily say that this is a lie. They definitely didn't get a certificate of occupancy, but there was a reason for that. I'd say this is more of a mistruth, because it seems they've left out a lot of the context, which I think is extremely manipulative. Basically, a load of leaked documents got released recently where it showed that the Ace family took out multiple $million-dollar loans to purchase this house, but in the document it quite literally says that they cannot use this mortgage money loan thing, whatever you want to call it, to buy a house to actually live in. It can only be used for a business venture, a house which they would purchase but only film videos in and, you know, do all their business stuff with whatever the Ace family do. I don't know, getting scammed multiple times, something like that, you know? They get the lawyers in the house and they speak about business rather than actually living in the property. And if you don't know what a certificate of occupancy is, it's basically what it says on the tin, you know, a government issued document to say a house is suitable to live in, occupy. Well, they weren't meant to be living there. Now you may be saying, well, okay, you know, it's bad, but at the end of the day, we're all sussy backers, you know, we've all broken the law now and again. Well, I haven't. You've just admitted to a felony. I don't know what felony, but you've just admitted to it. But, you know, we've all done things here and there which we may regret or may not really be the smartest of things. But when you keep going down the rabbit hole, it does continuously get bad, because this entire video basically, to me, sounds like a massive slander project. Now, the contractor that they mentioned at the beginning of this video is a dude called Avi that has actually featured in previous Ace family videos when they were originally moving into this property. And the reason I feel that this is slander, or I mean, maybe not from a legal essence, but to me it's some of the things they are saying are just outright, in my opinion, lies.
There should be nothing wrong ever with an owner of a home doing anything he wants with his pool. You got a pool, you freaking happy as hell. If you want to put a freaking jet ski in it, you put a jet ski in it, right? But this is the issue. There was no retaining wall built around the bottom hill of our house because the builder didn't build one. He didn't get a certificate of occupancy. He didn't get anything approved. Nothing was done right. We didn't know.
Basically, we had a half-finished house.
We had no, not even, like maybe 30% finished. Like the house is still not even finished, and like the bones of the house aren't even good. Like the finishing on the house, terrible. I give that a 0. The bones, I give that like a 10, and that's like to 100, right? The land, 100, beautiful land, but like everything else, trash, right? So now let me explain.
So the pool.
Okay, so the
retaining wall was an issue because that's why the water was seeping over to our neighbor's yard, and that's why they, you know, were upset about everything. Also, the pool also had cracks in it, meaning like there was a possibility for this pool to literally just explode.
Yeah, I mean, I really wonder why there were cracks in the swimming pool. Do you not remember when you were in a jet ski? You were in a jet ski in a pretty small swimming pool. Do you not remember doing that, Austin? Because I certainly remember that.
Austin! What's going through your head? Oh my god, I can't.
Hey, Stanley! What's going on, everybody?
Now you may say, well, this is great, Fraser. They were in a jet ski. Who cares? Well, yeah, the thing is they themselves damaged this pool by using the jet ski, and there is actually evidence on the Ace family's channel.
It's the Ace family pool, which still has my jet ski in it.
It's beautiful, and like I feel like you knocked out 4 tiles. So you see right there, like the little white right there, and then over there. So that's a total of 4 tiles that were knocked out. And I actually don't even know if there was more that were knocked out.
4 tiles. See how many tiles are in this pool?
So in this, they have admitted that they themselves damaged this pool. They took off the tiles, and I wouldn't be surprised if there was more damage, which I'm pretty sure Catherine even references to, that there could be more damage, more tiles could have fallen off. But also, theoretically, if the pool also was damaged and it was cracked, so they did build a shitty pool and then it was just there, right? Wouldn't it also be terrible if they knew that this pool was broken and on the verge of collapsing, and then they decided to put a jet ski in that pool and then laugh it up after they damaged the pool? To be honest with you, I do think that they are lying here. I do think they themselves damaged the pool. But either way, if they were lying, well, yeah, that is slander. But also, if they weren't lying, I'd argue it's worse, because they clearly acknowledged that the pool wasn't in a good state, and then they put a jet ski in it. That's quite dangerous, you know? So in both scenarios, they are in the wrong here. But then we need to speak about the third scenario, because yeah, there are more than 2 scenarios involving this swimming pool where they speak about there not being a part built for the water to flow down to, which I also think is seemingly a complete and utter lie.
If you look at how the pool is designed, it's got like an overflow system, and this is what it looked like when they moved in. Well, once Austin decided to act like a grown child and ride this jet ski around, he literally ruined this overflow feature, which I can't even imagine the implications of this, because that feature is supposed to, collect extra water. So where's that water going if it's not going back into the system?
Now, I don't know if Austin actually was the reason for that to be damaged. Again, that was Slogan's words, not mine. And if you want to go check that video out, you're more than welcome to. But as you can see here, there is definitely a part which has been built for the water to flow down to. So I will ask you guys to comment below what you think happened here. Comment 1 if you think that the Ace family did not actually have this part of the pool built. And in fact, this whole thing here is a complete fabrication. This is actually CGI created by other people. Or, well, comment 2 if you think they're lying.
Retaining wall was an issue because that's why the water was seeping over to our neighbor's yard, and that's why they, were upset about everything.
Yeah, Austin, I actually, I'm not much of a scientist. I'm not exactly Albert Einstein, but I think the water is going over because you are on a motor vehicle in your swimming pool. I don't think any wall is gonna stop that. It definitely seems that there is a lot of mistruths being said in this video, but the biggest one comes back to the thing we were speaking about at the very beginning of this, involving the contractors, Avi, and his licensing in this situation. Because yeah, as Austin said, he went and met this dude and they started speaking about the house, and I guess it evolved into some form of purchase agreement towards this house, or at least living in this house, and they were complaining that they found out 2 years later that Avi didn't have a license. But the magical thing about this is the dude didn't need a license. The guy genuinely was doing, from what I can see here, everything pretty legally. Now, maybe some things weren't built to the quality of that they should have been built to, but overall, I feel like a lot of, in terms of legalities here, Avi is in the right, and a channel called Flare came out and basically proved that with leaked documents.
As seen in this official statement of information filed with the Secretary of State of California, Avi Cochlany is one of the owners of M Development LLC, along with his brother Tammy Cochlany. Both individuals are named as beneficial owners of the company. Furthermore, note that the type of business is labeled as construction, development, and remodeling. M Development is important because they had been the previous owners of the Ace family property from 2016 until Austin and Catherine moved in. As seen in this permit application from 2017, M Development is listed as the owner of the property. During the development and construction of the Ace family compound, the property only ever had something called an owner-builder permit. An owner-builder is what the term indicates. The person owns the property and acts as the general contractor on the job, and either does the work or has employees or licensed subcontractors work on the project. In this case, the owner-builder is Avi, and he was never legally required to have a contractor's license, and the Ace family always knew this. Catherine was correct in saying that TNL was technically the only licensed contractors, but under the owner-builder permit for the property, it was completely legal for TNL to work as subcontractors under their unlicensed general contractor Avi. This would have been all over the paperwork they signed.
So it does seem that there have been a lot of lies made in this situation, a lot of mistruths, whatever you want to call them, and I think this all ultimately comes down to the fact that the Ace family are probably losing a lot of money on this property, and that has led to them making this video in order to kind of convince their young, impressionable audience that they are in the right in this situation. And there is also some other particularly shady things, which I won't really go into detail with, but such as the Ace family seemingly becoming officers of Avi's company, and then the business genre switching from construction to entertainment. I mean, it's all very weird and a little bit suspicious that some shady things are going on here. There's been a lot of speculation over why this actually happened. Maybe it was some loophole to where they could get the house for free in some deal, but to be honest with you, I don't really know the details of that. I'm not a legal expert, as I said earlier. I am not Matt Murdock, so I can't really go into detail on that, but what I can see this video as a connoisseur of YouTube content, it's definitely some form of a hit piece. It seems that they are very much coming after this Avi dude, and I'm sure on both sides there have been bad things done, but it definitely seems that they're trying to place all of the blame on this dude, despite saying, oh, we're not playing the victim, guys, we know that we were in the wrong, despite everything in this video pointing at Avi.
I don't even think I've mentioned this one to you guys before, but as you can see, we have a basketball court here, and I'll input the picture that I had sent the builder and what we wanted and what we paid for, but this is what he did. So this is obviously very different than what we wanted and what we paid for, but this is what we got. And you know, obviously we were really confused, but at that point he had already left the job site and took the money, so.
Now, this clip that I personally found on a lot of channels is genuinely quite confusing to me, because they're basically using a video of the basketball court, which does look quite run down, it does look bad quality, and yeah, if you paid somebody to build that court, you would be disappointed. You would say, yeah, I was scammed to a degree, but the fact is that the court is clearly worn down because it has been played on. You can go to their very first video of moving into this house and see that the court is in a much better state. I mean, look at this, man. They're playing on it. It looks like a good court, and they're even shooting some hoops, man. It looks perfectly fine here.
No, obviously we were really confused, but at that point he had already left the job site and took the money, so.
And I'm pretty sure that they're referencing to Avi in this video, seeing as Avi has been pointed at as the main dude in this situation, as the contractor in charge of everything, the builder in charge of everything. And it's confusing to me because they say that the builders left their house after making the basketball court and taking their money, but then a week or so later in a video, they featured Avi, who is in charge of everything. Why not just confront him then? Why not say that you're not happy with the quality of the court, despite it visibly being a pretty damn nice court?
Hey Avi, is there any way that we could possibly get like 5 or 6 guys to take the jet ski out today?
Sure, definitely.
Yeah, okay, what time do you think?
Where you want it to be?
Can we put it in the garage?
kind of got to ask the question of, if you weren't happy with it, why would you, one, include him in the video, but two, why would you not just confront him about this when he was at your own property? As I keep saying, I'm not a legal expert, but what I can take from this video as some form of conclusive opinion is that it definitely, again, is another representative, another testament to how disingenuous these people are. They're clearly not very nice people, and they are willing to do absolutely anything to convince their young, impressionable audience that they are always in the right, they're never in the wrong, and the people that attack them are either liars, haters, or people that just don't understand the truth. And you know what? I do honestly believe that a lot of this mainly comes down to Austin. Now, Catherine also is pretty disingenuous, but this dude just doesn't seem like a good piece of work. It seems that in everything we've spoken about today, it mainly is revolved around Austin. I mean, I know it's a little bit personal, but there are literal cheating compilations of this dude, and do you have a cheating compilation on the internet? Because I know that I don't, and I know that plenty of other YouTubers don't, other than Social Repose.
I get a DM from him on Instagram, just asking me if he could send me stuff from his clothing brand, and I was like, of course. Like, I knew who he was. Like, I had never talked to a celebrity. Like, I was pretty new to doing like collabs and stuff at the time. There was our conversation on Instagram. I mean, it was just typical like collab DM. I did find it a little weird and unnecessary that he needed to text me afterwards. So we text, he asked me if I'm gonna be in LA anytime soon, and I'm like, yeah, I can be in LA if it means you personally hand me the package, of course. So I get to LA, I'm staying in a hotel, we're texting a little bit throughout the day, like, you know, kind of like seeing what I'm like, I keep asking what the plans are later. Like, when he said spot in Malibu, I was like, what does that even mean, spot? Like, restaurant? Like, what? You know? But anyways, he picks me up, we pull up to a house in Malibu, and I was like, oh my god.
And you know what? It's crazy. I remember you saying, you were like, oh, my mom lives in Malibu, do you want to just go to her house or something? And I remember thinking, like, what the hell are you trying to get me to his mom Malibu? I was like, I remember that you did.
Really?
You're like,
I think I said my mom was
we could just go there. And I was like,
I did not say that.
Yeah, you did.
So I knew it was like not completely business when he turned on Netflix and we were just watching Netflix on the couch. Like, it tells me like come over and like lay with him, and I'm just like, hey, look, like I'm really trying to do business. That's what I thought this was. Being still like dumb and naive to the whole situation, we hang out again the next night. Only this time he asks me to Uber. But yeah, it was definitely the same spot. He starts telling me like him and his wife aren't really together. It's just for publicity, blah, blah, blah. And here's where I'm a little ashamed. We did end up doing the thing, okay? Don't judge me, but I did. Long story short, he's like, now I'm gonna be obsessed, blah, blah, blah. After the fact, I just kept hearing stories from other people that this is like what he does with girls and like all these other things. I was just like disgusted with myself, disgusted with him. So this is him asking me to hang out again, blah, blah, blah. I didn't. He had hit me up multiple times after. I have not hung out with him since. He always asks me to link. So this is after like, you know, various times of me like not responding or just like being short. The real kicker is this. It must have been bad for you, because he would never talk about the fact that we did it on text, being smart of him. But yeah, he said that, and then nope, just bad for my morals. He still hits me up to this day, and here's the real proof that it's really him.
Not only does this dude exploit his own children for YouTube monetization, and not only does this dude have multiple lawsuits where he seems to be in the wrong and not paying people, allegedly, not only does this dude attack builders on his main channel, but also he has a plethora of cheating allegations against him. And now this kind of does go down the theory path of these two actually not being together anymore and just making content for financial reasons. And I don't really know how true that is, how deep that goes, but there is clearly so much bad stuff against this guy that I genuinely wonder, how does this channel have such a massive fan base? Because that's the most confusing thing we can take from today. There are so many people that watch this channel, and I'm genuinely confused because I've never met anybody that says, oh yeah, I'm a fan of the Ace family. Now, I've met a few people that say to me, oh, I'm a fan of Jake Paul, I'm a fan of Logan Paul, and you know, whilst I think when it comes to Jake in particular, that's a little bit sus, I've never heard it with the Ace family, because seemingly most people are against them from what I've seen. So who are the people that are going into the comment section, putting such nice things and defending them no matter what? It genuinely confuses me. I feel like I'm looking at some YouTube pyramid scheme. I don't know what's going on here, but everything with the Ace family seems so unbelievably disingenuous and just in general not real. These people seem to be involved in drama every single month, and I have stayed away from it for as long as I can, but with this deep dive, I really just think it shows the true side of these people. Liars, manipulators, and just in general, not the greatest of people. But that is the ending of today's video. Thank you so much for coming along to this very long deep dive. I really do hope you enjoyed this. Before I go anywhere, I do just have to ask, please like this video, please subscribe, and please comment. You do not understand how much that actually is helping in the algorithm at the moment when you guys comment, like, and subscribe. Obviously, it helps me out, but it also helps the video get pushed. And I feel like more people should see this and kind of get a true understanding of everything involving the Ace family. I feel like I covered every single angle here, and if there is anything I missed out, please let me know in the comment section below. But yeah, that is the ending of this video. Please follow my social medias at Twitter at inabber69, at Instagram at inabber, on Twitch at inabber, and I also have the inabber live second channel. It's all there in the description. Thank you so much for coming along. You don't know how much I appreciate you guys, and I will see you in the next video. Adios. Have a lovely weekend, day, evening, whatever you're doing. Bye bye.